During E3 2001, the next installment of Mario Kart was revealed for the Nintendo GameCube, under the cleverly named working title, Mario Kart for Nintendo GameCube. The reveal trailer shown in that year's E3 was a tech demo that featured Mario and Luigi casually driving around in a rather empty arena. This didn't wow many game critics based on the underwhelming and mundane presentation shown, as it looked as though it was going to be yet another Mario Kart game with little to no innovation. With concern about the game's potential success well in mind, Nintendo was put up to the task to deliver the next great home console Mario Kart title in the form of Mario Kart Double Dash. Ambitious changes and additions were made to Double Dash, including 2 characters per kart, special items unique to only specific characters, and a boom in unlockable content and multiplayer options. In November 2003, Mario Kart Double Dash would release and impress countless critics and fans of the series, debating that it was the best that Mario Kart has ever offered in the entire series. Hello everybody, this is Nintendo 14. Welcome back to the year of Mario Karts. Here we are in the month of April. We're going to be beginning the racetracks and Grand Prix playthrough of Mario Kart Double Dash. This is the second main Mario Kart game that I have ever played. Right after Mario Kart 64. I remember the days of I was on my, I believe it was Windows XP. Just one of those old computers. I was on it. I was browsing through the internets. I stumbled across some news and articles that there would be a new Mario Kart game for Nintendo's next home console system for the GameCube. And just after watching just minutes of footage and just information about the game, I had all the reasons to be excited for this game. Just as much as I was for Mario Kart 64, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on a Nintendo GameCube so that way I can buy this game. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Double Dash is the reason why I want to get a GameCube, not Melee, not Mario Power Tennis, not Kirby Air Ride, or any of those games, not even Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. It was all because of this game, because I was a sucker for racing games at that point still. And I still am. I do like myself some good racing games, especially Mario Karts. And so, my first time ever playing Double Dash, it was at a good old Circuit City. Remember those places? Just like with Blockbuster, not around today, but back then they were awesome. Just this wondrous place that you can go to rent videos, or just DVDs and video games. And with Circuit City, they had a demo kiosk for the GameCube, and they had Double Dash as one of the demo games that you could play on. So I was fortunate enough I was able to play it. I played through it multiple times because with this demo kiosk you're only allowed to race on Mario circuits, and you're only given a specific amount of characters you play as. I think you're only given the starting roster for this game, and so I did that. I raced as Mario and Luigi all the time. It was a fun blast. I enjoyed every minute of that demo. And it took me quite some time to finally get my own copy. I felt like I had enough, like multiple trips to Circuit City before my parents thought I was ready to get this game, because as much as I said that Double Dash was the reason that I wanted to get the GameCube, it was not the first game that I bought. Or it was not the first game that I had my GameCube with. When I got my GameCube, I had Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, but I had Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. That was my first game because apparently, I was real interested in that game too. So my parents said, okay, let's just spend more time playing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and once you get bored of that game, then we can go to Circuit City and pick up this game right here. And so that's what we did. And with Dad, it's fun. Just a grand old time playing Double Dash. This game, it leaves just as much impact as it does with Mario Kart 64. And I'd love to pop this game in anytime, any day of the week, if I have a strong desire to. Like right now, I'm gonna be playing this game for you guys. And now I've gotten that long section of myself, my story of this game. No memory cards found in slot A. I have my reasons. I'm not going to use a memory card because I have all my stuff on the memory card. And we don't need anything. We're just going to pretend that we're just booting up the game for the first time. And just like with always, we're going to race in 150cc. And select our characters. I think for this cup, or for this beginning cup, we just got so much to go over. Like the fact that not only we can choose one character, I'll choose, who am I going to play as, man? I don't know, there's just so many good options here. You know what, let's play as Daisy, one of the newcomers, the many newcomers that are in this game. So we can choose Daisy, and we get another option. Yes, that's right, we can play as 2 characters. If you didn't know that about this game, then it's just, you get 2 characters. I'll show you Diddy Kong. Why not? Another newcomer. We got a selection of just 3 carts. One's for Mario. This one's for Peach, and then for this one's for Yoshi. So we'll just go with the Peach's cart. That's the thing with in case if you're with all these random or if you're just choosing the passenger with the other cart. You know what I mean. So for instance, we're going to have to run with Peach's cart. So there's going to be multiple copies in case of that. Because with the way 150cc works is that each cart combination and all that is all randomized. And so another thing I do want to go ahead and move up the top 5 dislike listing, because the way I'm going to schedule this is that I want to I just want to save this one mode a little bit later, and I want to make sure I have the right tracks to demonstrate that feature mode. So, without further ado, let's go over the top 5 things I like about Mario Kart Double Dash. We're going to go with that, and then the later part, I'll go over the top 5 things I dislike about Mario Kart Double Dash. So, post-commentary me, take it away. Thanks, pre-commentary self. Alright, here we go. 5 things I like about Double Dash. Let's start off with number 5, the LAN mode. It's the only Mario Kart game that has ever had this, well, at least the home console Mario Kart game to have this, but this LAN mode, you can hook up a GameCube with another GameCube using this broadband adapter. They're really rare to come by nowadays, and some are pretty expensive. But if you're able to hook up all that, you're rewarded with multiplayer with up to 8 players. Now, something with that kind of caliber, it's just unheard of, and for 2003 to be able to play with 7 other players like that, it was a big deal. And unfortunately, I was never able to find 8 players to play with, nor did I have multiple copies of Double Dash and multiple GameCube systems. But I hope one day, like say if, I don't know, if I would meet some of my Skype friends in person in this one unlikely day, then, hey, who knows, maybe we could get it, we could get it to happen. But till then, I only have LAN mode as number 5 just because I never got a chance to use it, and just by going by that alone, it just seems like a cool thing that I would like even more if I had the opportunity to try out LAN mode. Alright, going into Peach Beach, second out of the 4 tracks here in the Mushroom Cup. Let's get into the number 4 thing I like about Mario Kart Double Dash, and that's the controls. Not necessarily how the carts handle, I think we'll talk about that later, but just how the buttons are mapped, and just the layout and all that. It just feels so organized and just awesome. I mean, it's really suitable for, say, if you want to use this button or that button, because with the item and the drift button, there are 2 different buttons you can use to use them. So, like, say, if you want to drift, you can use the L or R button. If you want to use the items, you can use the X or Y button. And to me, in that configuration, it's the best for the GameCube controller, hands down. I mean, there's games later down the road that they use the GameCube controller, but you know, they mess up the button mapping pretty badly. I mean, who thought it would be a good idea to use the L button on a GameCube controller as the item, as your item button? it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Unless if you have some other things that you want to cram into onto that GameCube controller, but just the simplicity and the versatility that the button mapping has in Double Dash, it makes it the number 4 thing that I like about Mario Kart Double Dash. Alright, moving on to the top 3. We'll go over number 3, the unlockables. There's just so many unlockables. I explained this a little bit in my intro segment for this video, but there are tons of unlockables that you can get in this game through completing specific cups in specific CC classes. So like say you're not going to get this specific cart if you don't beat it in this specific level. Like say there might be some carts that you might like in the 50cc and you have to go out of your way to unlock it. And with the memory card, it was a cool thing to just move that memory card over to a friend's copy of Double Dash in their GameCube, so that way you don't have to unlock everything. You just bring your memory card to your friend's house and you have everything that you need unlocked. And also I know that unlockables, they're not the most popular thing to have in games today, just because I think it might be because online, like say who would want to go through the hassle of unlocking all that, especially when your friends all have the stuff unlocked, and that's just a real annoying thing because online multiplayer, at least what I see in the early latter parts of Mario Kart 8 and in Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. It just made things really annoying in later games, but here in 2003 in Mario Kart Double Dash, it works really great, and for the time it really worked. Alright, now let's go into the number 2 thing I like about Mario Kart Double Dash. That is the items. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I like the way that the items work. Whether you get hit by them, or when you throw it at people, or just how they work in general. They play a lot of strategy, and a lot of strategy and a way to just work around it. Like say, if I were to get hit by an item, it doesn't do too much damage. I can just recover quickly by trying to straighten myself out into a power slide, so that way I can recover quickly. That makes it not too big of an issue if you know how to deal with it. And the addition of special items and being able to switch items due to the tag team mechanic, that's also a really cool way to strategize with your items. Like say if you got one item but you need your partner to have another item, you can switch and have them take an item. And then like say if you need to if you got a red shell but then there's your shortcut coming up, but luckily you have mushroom that your other player has, you can switch between the two, take the shortcut, and then be in a position where you can use the red shell. There's a lot of opportunities for that to happen. And plus with the special items, there's just a lot of combinations you can make with specific characters. Like say you can have this character and that character together, or if you want to be real basic and just have two characters with the same special item. That way you can just get a better chance at getting that specific item or specific special item you want. But what I like to do is use the special items that that are really easy to get in first. Like say Yoshi, Bowser, Wario, or Bowser special items. Those are really good in cases where you're really familiar with the game and you're able to front run with no trouble whatsoever. But then there's some of the newbies that they're not that experienced, and maybe they need some special items, like say the chain chomp that the babies have, or the heart item that Peach and Daisy have, which you can use them to protect yourself and use the items. You use it, they hit the heart thing, and then you can use it as your own. It's some really cool items now I think about that. I'll go in more detail about that next video, next week. Alright, so we're just in the almost latter end of Dry Desert, and basically just the entire Mushroom Cup. And what not the best time to go over the number 1 thing I like about Mario Kart Double Dash, and that is this tag team mechanic. This one-off feature that is only in Mario Kart Double Dash. It never made a appearance in future Mario Kart games. I guess just keep it the unique thing that this game has going for it. But I can't lie, and I speak for most people, and that's this is something that it'd be really nice to see come back in a future Mario Kart game. Because imagine it in a Mario Kart today where it has Wi-Fi connectivity and just online multiplayer, it would work really well. Like say if I'm able to team up with the Skype friend, just like here in Mario Kart Double Dash, where one of us can be the driver, the other can be a passenger. It could be a really cool blend on the two players' playstyles. Like say I'm all racy, but then there's a couple of my friends, they're more skilled in throwing items. That could be a pretty dangerous combination if that's what we're given with ourselves with a Double Dash 2 that features online. And then I'm pretty sure there's other things that are really great about the tag team, is that you can change between items. I'm not entirely sure that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will have something similar to that, with their double items, but I do hope that is the case. And if not, then oh well. Alright, so that is the 5 list. We'll take this opening ceremony to Peach Beach, get our first gold trophy of 4 here in Mario Kart Double Dash. And I guess another new thing with this is the name entry. It's not too important, just I guess in a way, if you want to show that you're the one that completed this, then you got that. But getting back to the list, you may or you don't have to agree with mine. If you have your own things that you like about Mario Kart Double Dash, go ahead and throw them down in the comments. I like to hear what you guys have to say about Mario Kart Double Dash and what you guys like about it. But that's gonna do it for me. Tune next week, next Tuesday, as we're going to be heading off to the Flower Cup. And there I'm gonna go over the 5 things I don't like about Mario Kart Double Dash, because that ought to be fun. But anyways, with that, I'll see you guys later. For obtaining gold for the first time in a cup, you will unlock new carts, characters, track/arenas, or all new game features. Upon obtaining gold and 50cc for the Mushroom Cup, you will receive the Green Fire, primarily driven by Luigi. 100cc will give you the Rattle Buggy, belonging to Baby Luigi. And 150cc will unlock the Battle Mode arena, Luigi's Mansion. If you revisit the Mushroom Cup after unlocking Mirror Mode, which is unlocked much later in the game, you can unlock the Toadette Cart, a replica of the vehicle of Mario Kart Past, and is owned by a character that can also be unlocked at a later time, Toadette.